Welcome, students. Today we are going to talk about the one of the most important and exciting topics in the technology right now, and that is machine learning. I am Nitin Dixit, and we are going to talk about the basics of the machine learning step by step. Before going to start about the machine learning, first I think we should know about artificial intelligence. So let's start from that. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science that focus on creating machines or computer programs that can perform tasks that normally requires human intelligence. There is one more definition, and that is artificial intelligence is the ability of the computer or machine to think, learn, and make decisions in a way that imitates human intelligence. So basically, what is AI? AI is a branch of computer science. What is going to do? It is going to do some create some system or computer programs that will behave like human beings. Okay, that can think like human beings, that can make decisions in a way that human beings may make. Okay, let's see some one example to understand this. Here, as you can see, a human see a cat and then recognize it as a cat using some experience. So what are those experiences? Those experiences are the past or past data or the memory recall of the images that it already had in its mind. Right? We already know now from the beginning, we all know that this is a cat. Okay, because we our mind has that picture, and based on that picture it is already saved in our memory that if a animal of any species it will look like this, then it will be a cat, right? In the same way the AI system works. What AI does is, in the same way, we are going to feed an image to the system, and that system, what will do, system will what, extract the features out of that image, like the color patterns, pointy ears. It does it have pointy ears? Does it have tail? That is number of legs or whatever it is. And based on that patterns, it is going to the match to match the libraries. Okay, as we already have lots of patterns, okay, and for each patterns we are going to have some classification that we already know. Just as in our mind, okay, there is some picture, and we already know that this picture belongs to a cat, right? So in the same way, there will be some library, patterns library actually, and in that pattern, it has some classification as well. So we are going to match the pattern. If the image that I have provided, it matches a certain pattern already, then we will classify it as a that that species. Like for example, here we have cat, so we will classify it as a cat. Okay. In the next slide, let's understand the goals of the artificial intelligence. Number one is simulate the human intelligence. So in this, what we are going to do is we are going to create a system that will behaves like a human being. Yes, for example, it can do the reasoning, learning, and problem solving. Example, we can think of this as a chatbot. जैसे क्या होता है ना कि चैटबॉट में क्या होता है कि हम पूछते हैं कुछ भी, राइट? लेट्स से वी आस्क हेलो गुड इवनिंग, सो वो क्या करेगा? उसके बाद वो क्या रिप्लाई देगा? It also replies you back like hello there, good evening, or whatever it is. It is going to do that. Okay, so how it is that? First, when you say hello, good evening, then that chatbot tries to understand the context of your language. What is the meaning behind your language? Meaning behind whatever the input that you provided there. Okay, then first of all, it will understand the whole context, and then based on that context, it tries to give you a reply or a feedback, whatever it is. In the second one, let's say the second one, learn from the past experience. Okay, so it means creating systems that improve their performance by learning from the past data or experiences and without being explicitly programmed. Mark the word here, explicitly programmed. It means that once we have done the coding part, we are not going to interfere with it. It will learn with itself. Okay. For example, we can think of it as a Netflix recommending movies based on your history, like based on your viewing history. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मान लीजिए कि आपने नेटफ्लिक्स पे आप लोग कुछ भी सर्व कर रहे हैं एंड यू आर गोइंग टू वॉच सम मूवीज लाइक इट मे बी सम एक्शन मूवी और मे बी सम ड्रामा और वट एवर इट इज देन व्हाट इज डज नेटफ्लिक्स व्हाट डज इज कि वो आपकी हिस्ट्री को देख रहा है ही इज मॉनिटरिंग योर हिस्ट्री एंड बेस्ड ऑन दैट व्यूइंग हिस्ट्री you are like what kind of contents that you are interested in, whether like what contents you are actually watching, what you are skipping. Based on that, it gives you some suggestions or it gives you some recommendations like watch like अगर आपने action movie कोई देखी है ठीक है recently, then it will give you a list of action movies that is similar to the that content that you have already watched. Okay, the next one is solve complex problems. ठीक है, it helps. In this, we are going to create a system that can analyze large amount of data and find the solutions much more faster and much more accurately than the human beings. Example, AI helping doctors to detect the diseases from the medical images. As we already know, these medical images are very, very complex. Like MRIs or whatever CT scans are there. Okay, they are images. Okay, and these images are very complex to understand. We cannot just by saying it, we can understand whatever the disease that is present in the patient. Okay, so what AI does is what it paste the images, okay, and do some analysis over the images and find out if the patient have the particular disease or not. The next one is make intelligent system, or we can say that export system. It is one of the most important goal of the AI. It has the system to evaluate the available information and choose the best course of action. For example, GPS apps selecting the fastest route based on the traffic conditions. Let's suppose we want to go somewhere. Let's say somewhere near. बिकॉज क्या होता है ना कि अगर आप बहुत दूर जाना चाहते हैं तो वो जो चीजें होती है ना जो लाइक ट्रैफिक कंडीशंस के हिसाब से जो आपको रिराउटिंग करनी होगी तो वो उतना मैच नहीं करेगा रियल टाइम से. सो लेट्स से वी वांट टू गो समवेयर नियर बाय योर प्लेस. लेट्स सपोज कुछ भी मान लीजिए आप, जो भी आपके अकॉर्डिंग हो, ठीक है. एंड आपने क्या किया कि एक जीपीएस सिलेक्शन जीपीएस सेट किया, ठीक है. यू वांट टू गो टू दैट प्लेस एंड when you just click that start button, like get direction, okay, then what happens? Let's say there are 3 to 4 routes. Out of these 3 to 4 routes, that Google gives you what? The best, fastest route available based on the current traffic conditions. So it is doing what? It is monitoring what the available nearby traffic conditions, and based on that traffic conditions, it gives you the fastest route. Okay. The next one is automate repetitive task. Okay, so to reduce the human effort, we are going to make this obviously बात है कि अगर मान लीजिए कि कोई काम मुझे बार बार करना है, then why do we need to do it again and again? We can simply what we can automate it. Okay, जैसे मान लीजिए कि let's say example, we want example मान सकते हैं हम लोग की email filtering. Okay, spam detection. Every time, like say, you say every time you get a call like from any number, then ट्रू कॉलर्स क्या करते हैं आपके, ट्रू कॉलर जो होते हैं वो तुरंत के तुरंत आपको आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं कि दिस इज अ स्पैम कॉल. ओके, इट इज happening automatic. Okay, because this is a repetitive task. Every time you get a call from that number, it will say what? Spam call. Okay, ऑटोमेटिक का मतलब समझते हैं, रिपीटेटिव का ही मतलब सब लोग समझते होंगे. ऑटोमेटिक का मतलब क्या है? जो चीजें अपने स्वयं चलित हो, अपने आप से हो जाए. और रिपीटेटिव का मतलब क्या है? कि जो चीजें बार बार करनी पड़े. राइट. Okay, the next one is recognizing pattern and objects. Okay, we are going to do what? We are going to identify the images. We are going to identify the speech, handwritten words, or some other patterns. For example, you can say that face lock or smartphones, face lock on smartphones, या फिंगर लॉक है ना स्मार्टफोन से एनीथिंग. सो क्या होता है ना कि जैसे कि मान लीजिए जब आप मोबाइल फोन पे अपना फेस लॉक अप्लाई कर रहे होते हैं, देन फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट यू डू, यू रजिस्टर योरसेल्फ. लाइक आप अपना फेस रजिस्टर करते हैं या फिर फिंगरप्रिंट रजिस्टर करते हैं. देन उसके बाद वो क्या बोलता है कि लाइक ऐड समथिंग गिवन नेम और व्हाटएवर. एंड आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि आप मोर देन वन फिंगर लॉक फिंगरप्रिंट्स जो है आप ऐड कर सकते हैं, या फिर मोर देन वन फेस लॉक भी आप रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं, फेस रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं. ओके, देन आफ्टर दैट व्हाट हैपेंस व्हेन यू रजिस्टर इट, देन यू लॉक योर फोन. After that, when you press your thumb, yeah, just put your face on in front of your camera, then what happens? Your phone gets unlocked, right? So actually, what's happening? The phone recognizing your data, yeah, they're recognizing your fingerprints or your face patterns, and then it matching with the database that you have already created. And if it matches the database that you have created, your phone gets unlocked. Otherwise, what will happen? Your phone will not get unlocked, right? Uh, So this is how the AI also works. AI also do what? AI also recognize the patterns and objects. Okay, patterns that are available in the objects, and if there is some patterns, it identify it. Okay, or you can say also that the AI is also used as to find the new patterns also. As it is going to analyze the image or objects that you have given to it. Okay. Okay. Next, real-time examples of AI. The first one is the voice assistant like Siri and Google Assistant. Okay, so it comes under the second one. Oh, sorry, my bad. It comes under the first goal of the AI, that is simulate human intelligence. Okay, the next one is movie recommendation on Netflix. That comes under the second one. Product recommendation on Amazon. It can also comes under the second one, because we are going to recommend the products based on your activities, whatever you have searched on the Amazon or like that. Okay, and this fourth one is self-driving cars, right? So I think it will come under the make intelligent system and the export system, right? Because when let's say a robot is driving a car, then based on some certain scenarios, it has to take some certain actions, right? And that action has to be the best possible action. Okay, and the next one is spam email filters, that is comes under automation, and face recognition and smart one that we just discussed, recognizing pattern and objects. So thank you.